by side at the orange cone off the exit of turn number 4. Lighten them up. A great start right there by Justin Duty. Payton Looney going to swing some momentum up on the top side. Looney, can he slingshot it off the exit of turn number 2? That momentum will carry Payton Looney to the race lead. Here comes Jesse Stovall right along toe. Up on that top side right now, the 36 of Logan Martin tries it as well, but Jake Tim going to slide him up off the exit of turn number 4, but lap number 1 will belong to the 15 car of Payton Looney. Looney single file down the backstretch, leads that 00 of Jesse Stovall here on lap number 1. Jake Tim now slingshots up to the top side. Oh, a little bit high right there for Jake Tim. That opens up the door back on the bottom side for the 15 of your pool sitter, Justin Duty. Justin Duty back to the bottom side. He'll take the short way around as Jake Tim going to continue to wind up some momentum and rounding out your top 5, the 36 right now. That's going to be Logan Martin. But back up front, 3 laps in the books this time by for the Capital chassis of Payton Looney. Now Jesse Stovall down to the bottom. He takes a look at the race lead. Going to have to drift up to the top side of turn number 2. He'll backpedal a few car lengths right there. Stovall trying to get something done at the entrance of the corner. Backing it up. We'll see what he can get done this time as the duo goes back into turn number 1. Both on the top side. This time is Stovall going to follow that 15 machine around the top side of Payton Looney. Jake Tim continuing to have a great race in that MB Customs back there in that 3rd position. Car number 49 is Logan Martin in the 4th spot. And now you've got Mitch McGrath, the driver out of Waukesha, Wisconsin, working his way up towards that top 5 as he now sets his sights on the bottom of the 15 machine of Justin Duty. Justin Duty trying to pick up a Sunoco Race Fuels Rookie of the Race Award as he sits in that 5th spot, all sorts of all over the cushion on that one. But back up to the front of this one, 6 laps in the books. It is still Payton Looney showing the way by just over 3/4 of a second. Now Looney down to the bottom side. We'll see how this shuffles off the exit of turn number 4, searching the speedway for some different grooves, different speed. Maintain the advantage right there that time over Stovall. Back up to the top side cushion goes the 15 of Looney. About a half a straightaway away from lap traffic. The first car that's going to come into the crosshairs looks to be Brennan Willer, but a side-by-side battle off turn number 4 is Jesse Stovall back down to the bottom. Looney, Stovall going to shadow each other through the top side of turn number 1 and 2. Lap traffic working the bottom side primarily. Now Looney back down to the bottom side in turn number 3. He'll drift it up towards the top, is swinging it wide once again is that 00 machine of Stovall. A little bit faster lap right there for Looney, but now Looney back to the bottom side. This might be a money move right here for Jesse Stovall as Jordan Yagi off the pace down the back, straightaway a hard left-hand turn as Jesse Stovall dives to the bottom side for the race lead. Going to give him some room on the top side. It is still Payton Looney at the line. Payton Looney searching the racetrack. Lots of different grooves on this one tonight. Off the exit of turn number 2, he will continue to lead Stovall, but now they are knocking on the back door of lap traffic. Looney down to up on the top side. Here comes Jesse Stovall to the bottom, but that momentum one more time will carry Payton Looney at the line. Jake Tim hanging on to that 3rd spot. Logan Martin scored in the 4th spot. Now you've got the 74 of Mitch McGrath unofficially being scored in position number 5. Justin Duty back to the 6th position. 7th to Garrett Alberson. 8th to Johnny Scott. As Will Vaught, your series defending champion, off the pace in turn number 3 and 4. Machine of Looney, he anticipates that one, catching Stovall a couple of car lengths back, but Jesse Stovall going to take it in clear on the bottom side off the exit of turn number 2 as Mitch McGrath going to go around in position number 5 and car number 74. Keep an eye on that 2nd row. Can Logan Martin now find a way to get around Jesse Stovall up on this top shelf? Stovall will go in on the bottom side. He'll drift right up in front of Logan Martin. He'll kill that head of steam of Martin down the backstretch, but here comes Logan Martin briefly, looks down to the inside. He will tiptoe to the bottom once again as Payton Looney with a money lap in that Capital chassis number 15 puts a lap in the books and impressive jumps it out to 9/10 of a second advantage just like that. Stovall now caught searching the racetrack, and here comes the 58 of Jeremiah Hurst. Where did he come from? Up inside your top 4 for the first time tonight. Jeremiah Hurst, former IMCA national champion, that Roberts Motorsports Capri College entry, slowly working the top side of this Lucas Oil Speedway as he has found his way inside the top 4 right in front of Justin Duty and Johnny Scott. Yellow out, yellow again here, 15. Between Jeremiah Hurst and the 15 of Justin Duty. Sends Duty around. Heavy contact with Justin Duty down into turn number 1. Looney and Logan Martin going to creep to the top side on this one, try and keep some momentum up as Stovall with a great start on the bottom side, this time down into turn number 1. Jesse Stovall down low, keeps it glued to the bottom side of the racetrack, right behind Payton Looney, your race leader. Here comes Logan Martin, and here comes Johnny Scott in that 1ST. Scott down to the bottom side in position number 4 for the first time tonight. He's up inside your top 4, make it inside the top 3. He's side by side with Logan Martin at the line. Logan Martin going to drive him down to the tires, down to the concrete, all the way down in turn number 1 and 2, not allowing Johnny Scott any room on the racetrack. Johnny Scott's going to get around. Also, he will bring Jeremiah Hurst with him. It's going to the outside. Here's car number 36, Logan Martin, now starting to backpedal. You got to wonder if that car is starting to go away. On Logan Martin is out in front. It is still Payton Looney showing the way over Jesse Stovall. Garrett Alberson's moving and shaking all of a sudden up inside your top 4 in car number 59. Alberson works the bottom side as Logan Martin backpedal just a little bit more that time off the exit. Now for the first time tonight, Jeremy Grady up inside your top 5 at car number 43. Moving and shaking all the way in that 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th place battle, but up front, it is all Payton Looney and Jesse Stovall showing the distance. Stretching it out, almost a second advantage for Payton Looney. Got to wait on the race car up there off the exit of turn number 2. Gets back at the throttle, dives it deep here into turn number 3 as he continues to float it up off the exit of turn number 4, rolling through the corners. Is the 15 machine of Payton Looney. .22 laps about to go on the board this next time by. We are over halfway home. Tonight's $5,000 to win MLRA A main event. Top 4 drivers now starting to sort it out single file. Johnny Scott back in that 4th position. In that 3rd spot, in the 4th spot is Garrett Alberson and Jeremy Grady rounding out your top 5. That True Value sponsored number 43. Last time at the line, a 1.165 second advantage for Payton Looney. Holding a steady wheel right here. Looney, lap after lap, works the bottom side. He'll drift it up one more time off the exit of turn number 4. Drivers will see 24 go on the board that time by. Payton Looney, a little faster on the clock that time by, continues to show the way on that top side of turn number 2. Jesse Stovall, Johnny Scott. Your top 3 on the podium. Garrett Alberson scored in that 4th spot. Jeremy Grady 5th. 6th belongs to Jeremiah Hurst. 7th to Logan Martin. 8th to Tony Toast. 9th to Chad Simpson. And rounding out your top 10, that 56 car of Tony Jackson Jr. A great points battle right there for 9th and 10th between Jackson Jr. and the 25 of Chad Simpson. A couple of drivers looking to capitalize on the misfortunes of Will Vaught here earlier on tonight. We've seen him going pit side as Looney stretching out the advantage now to 1.4 seconds with just 10 laps to go on the speedway. Much better lap right there for Jesse Stovall. Knocks about a quarter of a second off the deficit between himself and the first place running Payton Looney machine. Johnny Scott adding that pressure to the back bumper of Jesse Stovall on the bottom side. Great run right there on the bottom side by Johnny Scott, able to keep it pinned to the bottom side. Stovall washing up just a little bit. We'll keep an eye on that battle as we head back down to turn number 3 and 4. Looney back down to the bottom, 1 more second advantage. Here comes Jesse Stovall starting to eat into the deficit. Now has it under a second advantage. Jesse Stovall, still 7 laps remaining to chase down your race leader, but here comes Johnny Scott. That 1ST really starting to come in here late in the going, but he has got to find a way around that 00 of Stovall. He's got to get it done quick, and this time of the line, he's going to be side by side with Jesse Stovall. Jesse Stovall going to crowd him down to the bottom side, kills some momentum right there on the 1ST. Johnny Scott fires off at the bottom side, new man in the P2 position. 5 laps to go this time at the line for Payton Looney, running a higher line. Johnny Scott, the fastest car on the racetrack, cuts it down to an 8.57 second deficit. Stovall back to the top shelf. Lap car in the way. That may be the 22 machine of Dan Hilzelbeck. If your race leaders can get to that back bumper with just 4 laps remaining, Johnny Scott, he has got a rocket ship off the exit of turn number 4. Cuts that almost a half a second that time on Payton Looney. Looney going to have to look to the bottom. He's let a lot of these MLRA feature events get away from him, looking for his first ever MLRA feature event win off the exit at turn number 4. 3 laps to go. Johnny Scott moving down to the inside within a striking distance. At the line is the 1ST. Payton Looney not able to keep his car glued quite as low on the bottom of the racetrack. Johnny Scott down to the bottom side looking for a new race leader with 2 laps to go, this time at the line. Keep your eyes on the lap traffic. Johnny Scott on the bottom side. He gets it glued down to the speedway. New race leader. No, it's still the 15 machine of Payton Looney. Payton Looney by 0.01 seconds that last time by, but now Johnny Scott off the bottom of turn number 2. Lap traffic coming into play down at the bottom side. It's going to be Dan Hilzelbeck. Johnny Scott got to find a way around. Johnny Scott will take the lead on the white flag lap. He's going to have to contend with some lap traffic as Payton Looney drives back to the top side. Off the exit at turn number 2, Johnny Scott going to route him out of his way down the bottom side. Hilzelbeck moves out of the way. Looney down to the bottom side. He's going to get to the bottom side. He'll give him a tap on the backside, but your race winner, it's going to be the 1ST of Johnny Scott, grabs the win. Payton Looney comes home in position number 2, the 3rd spot. We'll go home with Jesse Stovall.
Yeah, like I told my crew guys earlier, I tried the top, the middle, the bottom, and I just wasn't going nowhere, man. So finally we got one of them long green runs, and my tires got heated up, and then I could start making some moves, and I didn't feel good in the middle or the top of the track, so I just went down there to the bottom of that moisture ring, and if I could hit my mark just right, I'd get a heck of a run off the corner, and so I just stayed consistent down there, and heck, before I knew it, I reeled in Jesse Stovall and Payton Looney, and got by him there at the end. I thought lap traffic might help me up, but I just was just make sure I hit my marks, and it worked out for us tonight.
Hit the bottom side as low as you could go out on this racetrack here tonight. Turn 4 was your money point off the exit of there. It's really where you got this thing done.
Yeah, I've had a lot of, well, in years past, USMTS, that's where I've always won races here, is on the very bottom down there. So I just that kind of came into my mind there on that last restart, and I just like, well, let's just go down there and see what we can do, because we ain't doing nothing on the top or the middle. So
Smith and Dewayne Hobbs on the front row brings them around. Here they come. Green flag in the air, and we're underway. Green flag flies. This time around, out of turn number 2, it's going to be the 87. That is Dewayne Hobbs. Hobbs, the Buffalo, Missouri native, your leader. In that second spot, the 15R that belongs to Ryan Smith. Smith from Moran, Kansas. Here they come to the line. This time, for the first time, it's still going to be the 87 of Hobbs showing the way. The 15 of Smith in that second spot. In third, it is the 23 that belongs to Casey Burnett, the Cameron, Missouri native. The 44 of Trevor Van. Fort Scott, Kansas in fourth. Rounding out your top 5, the 929, that is Garrett Thompson, Joplin, Missouri.
Can you come to the stairs?
The 87 of Hobbs showing the way as they battle. Now the battle for that third spot as they come around. The 44 of Van and the 929 Garrett Thompson. They battle on the high side. Thompson on the high side, Van on the low side as they come around. This time it is still the 15. That is Ryan Smith, the Moran, Kansas, in that second spot as the 87 of Dewayne Hobbs, the Buffalo, Missouri native, holds on to the lead. Trevor Van, the Fort Scott, Kansas, number 44, in that fourth. In third. Fourth, it is the 929 of Garrett Thompson, the Joplin, Missouri native. And side by side for that fifth spot, the 23, that is Casey Burnett. But he is being challenged hard by Brian White, the 41 from Lebanon, Missouri, as they come around. 5 down this time. As they pass Striegel in the fully equipment flag stand, here comes the 44, Trevor Van. Look at the challenge now, and does. He gets around for that second spot around the 15R of Ryan Smith. Smith for Moran, Kansas, as they come around that third spot. Fourth, it is the 929 of Thompson. Thompson now looks to the inside of the 15R of Smith. The 87 of Dewayne Hobbs, the Buffalo, Missouri native, is your leader as they come through this time. the 44 in that second spot. That holds on to Trevor Van. Van trying to reel in your leader. But here comes a hard charging 9:29 of Garrett Thompson. Van now looks to the inside. He shows a wheel to the leader as the 87 of Dewayne Hobbs, the Buffalo, Missouri native, gets up and on his horse. It is the 87 of Hobbs and the 44 of Van. 1 and 2 as they come around into turn number 3 this time. Now challenging for that third spot. It is a 9:29 Garrett Thompson, and looking to get around the 23. That is Casey Burnett. Burnett, the Cameron, Missouri native, as they come through. In that fifth spot, it is Brian White. White, the Lebanon, Missouri, number 41. But here comes a hard charging number 3366, Jared Martin. It is still the 87 of Hobbs. Hobbs showing the way with 10 laps in the books. Dewayne Hobbs, the 87, your leader as they come through. Trevor Van, the 44. Fort Scott, Kansas in that second spot. Traffic now as they catch up to the back of the pack. It is the 87 of Hobbs as they work around the two leaders. Here comes the 9:29 in that third spot, Garrett Thompson. Thompson trying to work his way through traffic and around the 23 of Burnett. In that fourth spot, gets around as the 15 goes high. That is 15B, Jason Breeze, Joplin, Missouri. It is the 87, Dewayne Hobbs, Buffalo, Missouri, but here comes Trevor Van. Van from Fort Scott, Kansas in that second spot as they come through. Still side. Van now looks to an opening as the 87 of Hobbs gives him just a little bit of an inch to get through. Cannot so far. Here comes a hard charging 9:29. That is Garrett Thompson. Thompson, the Joplin, Missouri 9:29, trying to work his way through. Debris on the track. Hobbs into 3, out of 4. Green flag in the air. We're back racing. Garrett Thompson, the 9:29, now looks to the inside of Hobbs. Looks to take that lead away as they come through this time. Hobbs says no, and he pulls away from the pack as they come out of turn number 4. This time, for the first time, it'll be 10 laps to go this time around. Hobbs, your leader, the 87. Dewayne Hobbs, the Buffalo, Missouri native, in that lead. The 9:29, that is Garrett Thompson. Striegel, green flag in the air. We're back up and racing. Green flag flies. It's going to be Dewayne Hobbs, the 87, your leader, as they come out of turn number 2. But here comes the 44 and the 9:29. 44 on the high side, looking to get around that 9:29 of Thompson. It is the 44, Trevor Van. Van from Fort Scott, Kansas, on that high side, coming around this time. It is the 87 of Hobbs, and he has got some wild behind him. The 9:29 that belongs to Garrett Thompson. Thompson, Joplin, Missouri. In that second spot, Trevor Van, the 44. In third, here comes the 41 that belongs to Brian White. White from Lebanon, Missouri, as they come through this time. 3 wide, going into turn number 3 for that third spot. It is the 87 of Hobbs coming out of that, the 15, and we talked about him earlier. That is Jeremy Lay as they come through this time. The 87, that belongs to Hobbs. Dewayne Hobbs, your leader. The 9:29 of Garrett Thompson, Joplin, Missouri, in that second spot. As they come through this time, it's going to be 5 to go for the Midwest Modified A-Main.
Still working the bottom side of the speedway. Dewayne Hobbs trying to hang on for the first ever win in the Midwest Mod here at the Lucas Oil Speedway. Drivers will see 4 laps to go this next time by. Top 3 all diving to the bottom side, back up to that third position. Ryan Smith going to drift a little bit higher, see if he can swing some momentum here in the closing laps. Right now, it looks to be a two-car battle off the exit of turn number 4. Garrett Thompson still right there looking for any opportunity, any bobble by your race leader to be able to get up alongside and steal this one away as just 3 laps remain, this time by the stripe. Dewayne Hobbs, a little bit higher line right there, opens up the bottom, but he is able to capitalize, pull it down, swinging wide. You've got a car around over in turn number 2. He is up and out of the racing service. That is third place running Ryan Smith around in turn 2, but he is away from the racetrack. Should keep us green on the speedway here in the closing laps. 2 laps to go now. He'll pull off the exit of turn number 2 right in front of your race leaders off the exit of turn number 2. It continues to be Dewayne Hobbs. Hobbs looking to see the white flag this time by a little contact. Here comes the pressure on the back bumper from the 929 of Garrett Thompson. Garrett Thompson going to pressure him this final time around through turns number 1 and 2. No contact there. We'll see how close he wants to race this one the final time into turn number 3. Down in the bottom side, Garrett Thompson going to come up a little bit short off the exit of 4. It's going to be Dewayne Hobbs, car number 87, taking the win. Coming home in the second spot, the 929 of Garrett Thompson.